Now, nothing gives me greater pleasure than when the left self-cannibalise. And so I had a wry smile on my face when a Labour MP criticised Sir Sadiq Khan over the off-the-scale graffiti on the London Underground. This was Rupa Huck, who represented Ealing Central and Acton since 2015. She posted several photos of graffiti on the Central Line. And essentially said it's off the scale. The windows are unsuitable for looking out of. Now, I remember when various people on the right were pointing out the degradation of London. Tom Harwood, actually, over at the channel that we do not name, has made a big feature of talking about graffiti on the Underground. And the vitriol and the backlash, particularly from the Mayor of London, has been quite astonishing, who, of course, continues to gaslight that London's the best city in the world, crime's going down, isn't it wonderful? Everybody wants to move here, which couldn't be further from the truth. And now we have seen coming over from America the same little thing where you get tent cities. It started over there in the States, the zombie areas of all the people living under canvas, and it's happening in London. Loads of rough sleepers, 20 tents alone opposite Warren Street Tube Station. People living under Marble Arch, that's been going on forever. Frankly, if you haven't been to London in a while and you're wondering how our capital city is bearing up, don't come, would be my answer. Don't come, because it's getting dirty, dilapidated, economically decimated and dangerous. Let's speak now to Annuziata Rees-Mogg. It's depressing, isn't it? I mean, I've been a Londoner for quite a long time, well over a decade, and I just got to the stage where I thought, I can't live here anymore. My rents went through the roof, and I thought, for the extra money I'm paying, what am I getting for it? What am I getting for it? The place looks like a dump. What are your thoughts on this?
I went to school in London. I lived in London all my 20s and early working life, and I moved out in 2018, and thank God I did. I now go back about once a week, and it's not the city I knew. It's not the city I loved. It's not the vibrant, exciting, happening place it used to be. It is dirty, it is dangerous, and no women feel safe, regardless of what Sadiq Khan might claim.
What are the main factors contributing to the downfall of glorious London? Because I loved London, like you. It was a wonderful city. It still is. It's still got the bones of beauty. Having just come back from the continent of Europe, and you and I spent time in Brussels, I mean, that place is a hellhole. Graffiti everywhere. It's dismal. It's dystopian. It's communist grey. And then coming back to London, you think, wow, we've got beautiful architecture still. We still have an exciting restaurant scene. And yet at the heart of all of this, to me, were two major things. One being, we were just discussing it because of the inquiry, the COVID pandemic, decimated independent shops, decimated the high streets. Oxford Street, which is once the main thoroughfare of commerce in the capital city, is just a joke, covered in candy shops. So one to me was COVID, and the other one is open borders.
There is undoubtedly a big problem with Oxford Street, the crime rate. I think it is all related. If you go down Park Lane, fine, they've cleared the central bit of a massive tent city. But number one, London, an absolutely iconic address, which used to be the home of the Duke of Wellington, has tents all around its wall. And funnily enough, Oxford Street, just round the corner, 18 mobile phones are stolen every single day on average. Why would tourists go? Why would you put yourself in that situation? Just down the road from there, even nearer the tents, is an area well known for having Rolexes and other valuables stolen off people's persons. The tourists don't want to go, but Londoners can't afford to go. It's just not safe. And it is depressing. The streets are dirty and the graffiti is terrible. And when people do try to help, you mentioned, I think it was Looking for Growth, is a volunteer group who want our country to succeed, and arranged for volunteers to go and clean graffiti on the Central Line that Rupa Huck has criticised. There are 2,000 tags done every week on the Central Line. They went and cleared it up. And what does the TfL commissioner say? He accuses them of creating the graffiti so that they could clean it.
What?
That is literally, he's called Andy Lord, and he accused them of making the graffiti just so they could look good, cleaning it up. Everyone knows this is not true, that there are real problems in London. There was an article today about a lady just back from maternity leave. She's been out of London for a year, going back to her old commute, the old roads she knew she walked down every day, and noticing the huge difference that you now smell drugs on every corner. She was citing seeing prostitutes at 7 o'clock in the morning, plying their trade and bargaining for cash with their clients. It is not the city we know and love, and it is not, as you say, the great city it could and should be.
What is the solution to this? Because I must admit, having just come back from Brussels yesterday, if you think London has become a hellhole, I mean, Brussels was never particularly great anyway, but Brussels is horrific. I mean, horrific. The whole of the metro system is basically filled with smelly men in sleeping bags. They're big public urinals. It smells disgusting. The graffiti is off the charts. When you look at the amount of, shops and restaurants that closed in London, it's about 5 times worse in Brussels. London's not unique in facing this really disgusting decline. It's happening in Paris. It's happening in Berlin. It's happening in Frankfurt, in Madrid, in Lisbon. It seems to be attacking the whole of the West. So what is it that we should be doing to restore what should be the greatest city on earth?
We need to have pride in our communities, but to have that, we need communities. We need settled communities that know each other. I was walking down a back street in Westminster earlier in the week, and I happened to notice one of the very old neighbourhood watch stickers in a window. Those were the days when everyone knew their neighbour, everyone joined a group, you had your monthly meetings to discuss if there were any problems and was there a tramp nearby who maybe you could all get together and find help for to make sure they weren't on the streets. Now we're all so divided, so unknown to each other, so anonymous, that there isn't that cohesion and that people don't come together. And with officials accusing people of creating the problems themselves when they're trying to help them, that is getting worse. We know we've got a housing problem in London.
We do. Annuziata, my darling, thank you ever so much. And do you know what? What I can surmise from all of this, why we didn't deal with COVID so quickly, why London now looks like Vice City, it's open borders. It all comes down to the cult of global socialism, my friends. That is the thing that's going to destroy the West, and that is what we need to tackle head on.